I was at the spa today and I realized I have spent most of my life just wanting to be chosen. And I was tracking it all the way back to when I was a kid, wanting to be chosen for sports, the soccer team, the basketball team, um, even playground stuff when, you have your team captains and you're just doing funky, like, kick the can and, getting picked like last or almost last. As we get older, it starts to be like things start attaching to it, like, um, not being chosen for the lead in the play because you're not good enough. You're not a good enough speaker or you don't have the look. Um, not being able to, I mean, you could try out like for the cheerleader squad, but I felt like if you were like my build, you didn't try out for the cheerleader squad. And then dancing, like uh yeah, just you had to be a certain size. So all of a sudden it was like not only are you not getting chosen, now I was starting to just not even try because I didn't want to. It's like because I already attached a reason why I wasn't going to get chosen, or I was basically told I wasn't going to be chosen because of those reasons. And then getting into like high school, suddenly it's wanting to be chosen by friends, wanting to be chosen by a guy, a boyfriend. And then high school, college, realizing that, you know, oh, you're not going to get chosen unless you're low maintenance. Because, so many guys back then would be like, oh, she's too high maintenance. She's too high maintenance. So then it was like, oh, okay, I need to be low maintenance. So suddenly I'm um basically like not expecting any um effort. It's like, well, I gotta be low maintenance. So like they should be able to put in like this much effort, because I don't want to be too high maintenance. Going through the rigmarole of like not making sure that he doesn't have to put in any effort so that I can be chosen, so that I can be the one he chooses to spend his time with and date. Which just makes me so ashamed that I was like expected so little and expected and accepted so little because all I wanted to do was be chosen. I wanted to be someone's girlfriend. And especially college is like when it was like now you want to be someone's wife. Like, oh, I gotta find the one. I gotta find the one. And I think I was so focused on being chosen by a man that, I was just kind of trying to, like my jobs and things, I was just trying to find stuff that made me happy job wise. And then when I realized I wasn't finding the person for me, obviously, because I was expecting so little and not happy with getting so little. Of course, like not wanting to be with that person because I was not getting what I wanted. And then, so I put a lot of my time and effort into work. And then it was wanting to be chosen for the promotion or wanting to be chosen for the best, like especially in service, there's like better shifts than others. Like sometimes at some restaurants, dinner shift is better than lunch shift, and some restaurants it's vice versa. So like wanting to be chosen for the best shift and getting it and working my way up and things like that. And then yes, being chosen for managerial type work, but then when they tell you the pay to be a manager, it's like, uh, no, I can't accept that. It's too small. Like I make more just serving. Wanting to be chosen on a boat, was difficult because I came from an industry where I was making a lot of money and then starting in yachting, green crew tends to make it feels like nothing. And not having mentorship, I want to say, or just guidance, or even just knowing to like uh that even though I was green crew, I could still negotiate for a higher salary, especially because I had so much hospitality background that I didn't have to start at zero. But, you know, just being so excited that I was chosen for a job, I didn't think to even try to negotiate for a higher salary. And so that's when I was so caught up in being chosen for the job, suddenly my worth, like my actual monetary worth, dropped. And then in the process of all that, my identity got tied to my monetary worth. So now, again, in yachting, I was so excited to be chosen, but yet my worth felt low because I didn't negotiate and didn't fight for myself. And then, years pass and if you're still with me, I had to switch cameras. So let's try this again. So then being having all of my worth tied into like how much money I'm making, suddenly I'm still wanting to be chosen, but feeling kind of worthless, right? Kind of like everything I've done to get to that point was just worth nothing. So I realized today every every move I've made since I was young was to just be chosen. I just wanted to be chosen. I wanted to be, yeah, someone's girlfriend, someone's wife. And then I wanted to be you know, the leader, the manager. I wanted to be, I guess, liked. I mean, maybe that's what it comes down to. I just wanted to be liked. And I let my worth, A, get tied to my job, and then B, go down because I wasn't choosing myself. And that's what I needed to be doing the whole time is I needed to be choosing myself. And so today at the spa, I was thinking about all this and realizing today, in the past few months, not just today, I have finally been choosing myself and decoupling my worth from work and production and decoupling my worth from whether, I'm in a relationship or not. And it's wild how how much of my time in this life I've spent just wanting to be chosen and then finally just choosing myself. So, that's my story for today. See you tomorrow.